What's up, everyone? Welcome back. I believe this is episode 8, but I'm going to correct myself if I'm wrong. Welcome back to episode 8. I'm on my way home after work and just talk about pitching a little bit. So today in my lunch break, I logged into a really old email to see, an email that I used to, use for outreach. Oh my gosh, I was cringing the entire time. Like, it was brutal. I did not know anything. I didn't know how to pitch. I didn't know anything about the right or wrong way to do it. I got a handful of responses back from my cold pitching, and they always fell. It was always about me. Like, that is the number one mistake, is that all my pitches were about me. I can't read it because I'm recording on my phone, but basically it was a copy-paste. Everyone reached out to was a copy-paste, and it was, "Hi, my name is Will Bones, and I am a freelance commercial content creator based in Chicago, Illinois. Reached out in regards to your product and want to inquire about collaborating together, specifically doing ad work. Would love to work with," and then company name, and I said something like, "Let me know," or if this is something that can work out, could you direct this email to the right person? And that was it. And then the last line was, "Oh, and here's a link to a website. Here's my work," which is a horrible pitch structure. Horrible. I mean, that is awful. Can't believe I sent that out to people. And then I can't believe that some people got back to me too with that. It's not about them at all. I would fill in the blank with the company. That's it. That's the only personal, that's the only personal touch I had. It was all about me. It was like, here's what I can do. Do you want to work together? And it's like, what? Like, why would they? What? You really have to put yourself into the other person's shoes. Okay, and so what is their problem that they have with their company? That is how you need to think about it. The people that got back to me too, it was interesting. It was like, what kind of, basically it was like, what are some examples of stuff you can do? What can, how, is this for free? Is this for an exchange, or is this a paid shoot? Like, they were asking those questions. Like, that's the problem too, because it's like, I need to be the one that's, setting that tone, setting that, like, here's what I do, here's this, and be crystal clear about that. So it was just wild to me just to kind of read into those and look at those. So number one thing is to make it about them. It's not about you. Marketing is not about you. Like me, marketing is not about me. It's about them. People don't go with the content creator that is the best. They go with the one that they know the best. So that's what marketing is about, is, that what that should have looked like is, something along the lines of like, "Hey, I love what you're doing on your feed with this and how you're approaching this," or, specific examples. And then, "Oh, hey, I noticed that, maybe this is lacking." And from an outside-in perspective, from a consumer looking at it, this is an easy fix, and this is how I would do it. And here are some links of some special links or attachments of, "Oh yeah, I worked with a company similar to this, and this is how we did it," or "I did this with this other separate client that's either in your industry or maybe even not in your industry, but this is the work that I've done, and this would be perfect with your brand." You're presenting them with a problem, and you're identifying with their pain points. And then if you can help them, if you can market yourself to help them avoid pain, that is the ticket. Like, that's what you need, is you need to basically offer yourself as the solution to their problem. Like, that's where it's at. It's wild that I used to reach out like that, but it was kind of a good little exercise looking back at that. And then the other thing too is, I would say I think just one, maybe two. I think just one. There's one contact in that old email that, this is from 7 years ago, so very long time ago, but is a good company, and I would like to reach out to again. And I have the owner of this company's personal email address and work email address. So now, right now, I'm just trying to figure out, okay, how do I pitch to them now? you know? And also, like, I hope they don't remember me because I, like, ghosted them. Like, I mean, it was horrible. They sent me product. I did send them some pictures, but I overpromised. Like, I was like, oh yeah, like, I'll do some beach stuff too, and never did. Like, literally just awful. And so I hope he doesn't remember me, but at the same time, it's like, maybe do I reach out and say, oh hey, it's me again, the guy that that did horrible work and didn't deliver. Can you send me more stuff? Like, I don't want to do that, but like, I don't know. I might just talk to AI about it and just kind of figure that out. But about like how to approach that, or do I just reach out to their general email? Like, I have their general email. I think it's like a marketing at or an info ad or whatever. I could do that. So I don't know. I really don't know how to best approach that. It's been 7 years, and I doubt he would remember me based on all the content that they do. However, I don't know. It might be a little awkward. But then it's like, on the other hand, it's like, what if I email him, his personal email, and then he's like, oh, how did you get this email? I don't know. Maybe I'm just psyching myself out a little bit, but would love to work with the company. So I just don't know how to present that. Like, it's like, how do I do that? I don't know. That's a lead, I guess. So that's a lead. And then another update too, with kind of just where we're at in general, is we have the clients, the outdoor apparel, sea time themed apparel company. They're up for contract renewal today, and talk about just more logistics on Friday. So I'm asking for more money. I wonder if that has something to do with it. I don't think it does. I think it's just to polish it out, maybe, but we'll find out. I'm gonna have to push that contract start date just a little bit. So just to kind of summarize then, we have $0 cash collected so far, and we have 3 clients. Yes, 3 clients that are mostly all leads right now. None of them are signed. So that's kind of where we're at. I'm going to talk to AI, do my homework a little bit. I think what's next for me to build an offer, which is what I really need to research right now, but is like what that means in the industry. But I think what I need to do right now is, for my next best step, is to just really narrow down into like a niche. And it appears as though, from looking at the kind of my clients right now, that might be like outdoor apparel companies, which I don't know how I feel about that. But also, it's like, I don't know. I just need to figure out what that means and what that entails, and in order to build an offer, how to do that. And I need to learn more about all this stuff. So got some podcasts on the queue, got some talking to AI that I have to do, some homework to do tonight, which it is going to be a little bit of a busy night. My wife and I have plans tonight, so I'm going to have to do it just in the cracks, and then maybe in bed before I go to sleep. So that's kind of about what we have going on tonight. I think that's going to be pretty much about it on this episode, which I do feel like is kind of just, I mean, a lot of my day is sandwiched between, 2 main videos in the morning and the evening, just because I do work full time. So there is that going on, which makes things a little bit, not difficult, just it's a little bit of a hurdle that we're just going to have to, I'm going to have to brainstorm how to just be a little bit more engaging, I think, and with you, with you guys. And so hope you learned something, and I'll catch you on the next one.